Evaluating large language models is not like evaluating predictive models, where you establish objectives, select evaluation techniques, gather datasets, and then analyze and interpret outcomes. The scale, complexity, and diverse tasks handled by LLMs present unique evaluation challenges. These challenges include data-related issues, like lack of data and data contamination, the difficulty of interpreting model decisions due to their large decision space, biases in evaluation, ensuring generalization to real-world scenarios, and security concerns like adversarial attacks. Evaluating LLMs starts with data, but unlike traditional models, finding the right data and ensuring its quality can be difficult. The initial challenge stems from a lack of data. In traditional predictive machine learning, we typically begin by assembling a substantial data set. However, generative models can start with minimal or even no data at all. While this accelerates the starting process, lack of sufficient data can inhibit establishing a clear benchmark for what constitutes a good output. There's also data contamination. Foundation models draw upon diverse data sources, some of which may not be entirely shared by the organization that developed the LLM. Consequently, it's difficult to ensure that the training data doesn't contain instances of test data, which can undermine benchmarking procedures. Last of the data-related challenges is limited reference data. Certain evaluation methods like Blue or Rouge necessitate reference data for comparative analysis. However, acquiring high-quality reference data poses challenges, particularly in scenarios with multiple acceptable responses or open-ended tasks. Limited or biased reference data might fail to encompass the entirety of acceptable model outputs. Also, how do you measure dataset quality and criteria determination? In other words, what makes a good dataset for evaluating LLMs? Unlike with predictive tasks, defining a good dataset for evaluating LLMs is still an open question. Regarding the model complexity and decision-making challenge, the sheer scale and internal workings of LLMs make it difficult to decide on the best model configuration and interpret their outputs. The vast range of choices in model development, from training to selection, customization, and in-context learning, presents a complex decision space. Each of these options require substantial exploration and resources. Bias in large language models is a serious concern, leading to unfair outcomes and amplifying social inequalities. To ensure fair and ethical use of LLMs, we must provide bias detection and mitigation, carefully evaluating the impact of different techniques. Benchmarking LLMs is essential for generalization and real-world applicability. It's important to remember that the real world is far messier than any standardized test. While benchmarks help us compare systems and establish performance rankings, they may not fully encapsulate the diverse challenges LLMs face in real-world deployment. Therefore, it's important to consider how well these controlled results generalize to more complex, unpredictable scenarios. Also, security is a major concern. LLMs are vulnerable to manipulation through adversarial attacks, where crafted inputs can cause them to generate wrong or harmful outputs. These attacks can involve manipulating model predictions or poisoning the training data. This vulnerability to adversarial attacks exposes a gap in current evaluation methods, highlighting the need for ongoing research and robustness assessment. LLM evaluation isn't just about technical metrics. Evaluating creative outputs inherently involves subjectivity, and navigating various evaluation methods becomes even more complex when considering this inherent subjectivity. The rapid emergence of new evaluation methods can challenge established practices. However, staying adaptable to these advancements is crucial for ensuring reliable LLM evaluation. Evaluating generative tasks is complex, and understanding evaluation results can be tricky. Unlike single-answer problems, understanding the nuances of outputs requires robust methodologies for meaningful insights. Considering this, you can understand why evaluating LLMs, or more broadly, generative AI models, is so important.